Was there a specific reason why Real Housewives of Salt Lake City decided to cut that one big scene from the trailer where Dana basically tells Jen Shaw, you better be nice so you get some money on your books? Yeah, that was cut out. But wait until you hear why. Let's get into it. Give it all away. All right, so welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome. I post daily Bravo Celebrity content on here, on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram. So give me a quick follow if you want to follow me personally. It's at Giorgio Not Armani on Instagram. If you want to follow at Giorgio Says on Instagram, please do so. And if you haven't been following me on TikTok, it's at Giorgio Says. I post on there every single day as well. But today's video is going to be not so much, I'm not going to recap the finale of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because quite honestly, nothing happened. It wasn't a finale. It was basically a normal episode, except we're not going to air it anymore. So that's kind of how it felt watching it last night. There was also some scenes cut out. There was a scene in the trailer that we saw where Whitney and Meredith were having an exchange. That was cut out. And then the infamous clip in the trailer that got everyone like fired up about Dana because it was like, you know, it was intense, was the scene where she gets in Jen's face and she's like, you better be nice, you get some money on your books or something to that effect. And that was cut out, but it was clear that that took place at Heather's, this is another weird one, book cover party. So not the book, but the unveiling of the book cover, which I'm not saying that that's not a thing, but it just didn't make sense why we're throwing this big party just to celebrate the cover photo of a book that's not really ready yet. Nonetheless, that scene was cut out, and I, in the moment, going into watching the episode, was like, well, at least we'll have that moment. At least we'll have that exchange, because I wasn't really thinking this finale was going to be all that great. I also knew they were going to have to squeeze in, you know, when Jen goes and changes her plea to guilty. So I'm like, well, how long is this episode going to be? But it's the normal amount of time. You know, they didn't do a super episode or an extended. Sometimes Bravo will do like an extended episode because they really want to pack it in. There's a lot that they want to cover, but not the case with Salt Lake City. So I guess they decided, let's cut the Dana and Jen Shaw interaction. Let's cut the Meredith and Whitney situation. And let's kind of give the last half of the episode to Jen and her going and changing her plea, and then kind of doing a follow-up, which we saw at the end where Heather was talking to Lisa Barlow about, you know, the fact that, you know, she's now changed her plea to guilty, and what does that mean, and how could she have like gone this long without saying anything, or acknowledging it rather. So I mean, in that aspect, I thought, okay, fine, you guys are kind of trying to close the loop there. But this morning I woke up to a flood of DMs, and there was a lot of people like asking, like, wait, wasn't this supposed to be in the episode? Because this was the same party. I could tell because you could see what they were wearing. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It was supposed to be. But I guess for some reason, they decided it wasn't a good fit for the episode. I'm not sure why, though, because the episode was really boring, like so boring that I don't even think, I'm not even going to tell you guys to go watch it. Don't. And a lot of you came to me and said, you only knew what was happening because I was talking about it. So that says everything right there. I mean, generally people obviously listen to the recap after they've watched, or sometimes the recap gets them to go watch the show. This is not the case here. It's not. And I'm not making fun of the show in the sense, like, I just think it's just it needs a good trip to the salon, if you will, you know, like a little bit of elevation. I think we need to recast the show a little bit. I don't think the whole entire cast needs to be completely like changed. I definitely think we need to keep Meredith. I think we should definitely keep Whitney and definitely keep Lisa Barlow. Heather, I could take her or leave her. Honestly, at this point, I'm not really thrilled with the direction that she took this past season, if I'm honest. I think she was blindly loyal to someone that I think deep down she knew was guilty. But I think she didn't want to gamble going up against someone like Jen Shaw because she's a wild card and she probably knows that, you know, she's messy like that. So I'm not sure about Heather. I guess we'll see. But then they release what I thought was going to be the full trailer for this reunion. It's clear they're not done with it. They're going to try to, like, I guess, give us something. This 1 minute little quick preview was also lackluster. And we kind of know this because Jen is not at the reunion. We knew this when they filmed it. She wasn't there. But watching it, I was like, wow, you guys couldn't even cut up a spicy trailer, even though Jen's not there. There wasn't other things you could pull to the surface that would have been entertaining. So I'm gonna guess that this is going to be a one and done reunion episode. I would hope to God that we do not do a 2-part, let alone 3. Don't even try it, Bravo, because there's no way in heck that you guys have enough content to cover 3 episodes. I don't see it happening. So I am going to guess that this is going to be a 1 episode reunion. And I think they're already, word on the street is they're already working on the like casting, like in terms of like who, I'm sure they're talking to people. So it will be interesting to continue to see this journey for the show. I think the show has a lot of potential. Okay. I think the show has a great amount of potential. I mean, it's got the right idea. It just, like I said, it's the cast. I also think we need some extra cast members. We're putting a lot of weight on a couple of people, and that's not good for these shows. The smaller casts, if they all individually cannot bring a lot to the table, then it's really hard to have a full season where you are, you know, you have enough content to kind of carry you through. And I think that adding Dana this season, having Angie Harrington, I think it helped, but we could have had a little bit more of them in the stories. Like, I feel like the storyline was all around Jen lying about how she was innocent until she decided, psych, I can't pull this off, so I'm actually guilty. Sorry. So it was just like, but producers, to go back to the reason why producers didn't keep that in or the edit shifted was because they felt it would be in poor taste since she did plead guilty. But to me, it's like, well, you already filmed that. It was already done. You led with this in the trailer. Why are you, I mean, what does it matter? That's not going to be the nail in the coffin for Jen Shaw. I mean, she probably dealt with worse than someone saying what Dana said to her. But for the show, I think it would have helped to elevate the episode a little bit. But I do want to know, for those of you out there who did venture and sit through that episode last night, let me know your thoughts, and also let me know your thoughts about what I just explained, because I honestly feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Let me know in the comments. I don't delete comments, even if you disagree with me. So please share. This is an open forum, and I want to have an open discussion. Should we keep trying to salvage Salt Lake City? Because I think it does have potential. But if you don't think so, please let me know down below. And that's all I got for you today, guys. So until the next video, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.